What's happening, people? It's Tom here, and today I'm finally delivering what you have been asking for. I am giving you the best pro custom tactics on FIFA 22 just in time for Team of the Season. We are going to be covering the 3-5-2, the 4-2-2, and the 4-1-2-1-2, the three most used formations in pro FIFA right now. So if you want to learn more about it, sit back, grab some popcorn and let the magic unfold. There is also other snacks available. So let's start with the attacking 4-2-2. These tactics might look a little bit familiar to a few of you. You know, my good friend Tekkz has plugged me through with these and I have been using them as well. So shout out to Tekkz. But a lot of people have been asking for them. So I thought, you know what? Even if I have copied him, we'll still do it. So into the defense we go, as we always are. Balanced is the best one in FIFA. It always will be in defense because pressure and heavy touch, press up, possession loss can leave you too exposed, and then drop back does not work this year. So the width is 47, the depth is slightly higher than usual. We go to 57 because we are trying to press high up from the front. If you watch me and Tekkz, we're two players that always try and press and win the ball back. What I will say with these tactics is feel free to adjust them. If you feel like this isn't working for you, you need to play a lower depth or a higher depth, feel free to adjust them as you see fit. And then we move on to the attack where we have balanced and direct passing. I have been speaking about direct passing all year. You have to have it on at all costs. It pins back the opposition defense like we haven't seen before, and it's a tactic that will win you games if you know how to play it properly. It really is that game changing. I leave the width at 50 because you don't want them too narrow, you don't want them too wide. It basically ensures that they stay in the 4-2-2 at all costs. And then for the players in the box, it's only 4. Now I have changed this. I used to be someone that preached about 7 or 8, but the thought process behind this 4-2-2, 4 players in the box, is that you want to leave your centre midfielders outside the box on all occasions because they are the ones that are going to build the play up when you recycle. You probably see a lot of pro gameplay. They get in around the box, they recycle to the edge and then create from there. Corners and free kicks is 2 and 2 only. This is because I'm not very good at corners. I always go short, and the one thing I hate in FIFA is conceding counter-attacks from corners, which is why they're both on 2, fairly low. Now on to the players and where to use them. You can see here I use my most creative midfielder at left centre midfield because I want my left centre midfielder to be the one going forward. He's going to have the better skill moves and the better weak foot, and that is Ruud Gullit in this situation. And then I also have my most creative player on the right. I end up creating a lot more with Sancho than I do Cristiano Ronaldo. So Sancho is on the right for that reason. This is different for everyone. And then up front, R9 is on the left because my 5-star weak foot is on the left. He's more likely to have weak foot chances, which is why he's there. And then the rest is all pretty self-explanatory. And then we have the player instructions. These are very, very key this year. I feel like a lot of you can agree with me on that. So the keeper has nothing on him now. I don't have him for come for crosses anymore. And then on the fullbacks is stay back whilst attacking. I think the key note here is that I don't use overlap anymore. Now, I decided to go against it because I like to keep them inside the pitch as well. I like to bring the ball in with Cancelo and Mendes, and I don't want them limited to just overlapping. Then I have nothing on the centre back. Now moving to the DMs, it is a stay back cover centre. This is something that Tekkz swears by. He's been doing it for years and it has worked for me pretty well. I now have him on stay back as well. The reason for this is that recycling thing I mentioned earlier. If I have Gullit on balanced, he'll be running into the box, and it means when I turn back, I won't have anyone there. And then also cover centre, because you want to stop the ball into the striker's feet. And then going to the cam, we have get in the box for cross and not anything on defending. Now, normally, a lot of people use comeback on defence, but I've decided to go against that. I think it helps with the press if you leave them on basic, because I do the same for my strikers as well. And then I have them on get in the box for cross as well. It's basically so if you're counter-attacking, your left mid or right mid will bomb into the box and try his absolute best to get there, which works on the other side for Ronaldo as well, my left attacking midfielder. And then my 2 strikers have the exact same instructions on them. I don't actually touch anything. The reason being, 1, I don't want them on comeback because I want them to be able to press. And 2, you see a lot of my gameplay is where I use the extra pass all the time, right? I'm always joking about it in weekend league. If you watch the highlights, I love an extra pass. And I've noticed leaving them on balanced everything is the best way of making this happen. If you start playing with stay central or drift wide, they're not in the right positions when you're playing the extra pass. So for me, for someone that loves the extra pass, I keep them on basic everything. Do not touch the strikers. Formation number 2 is the one that everyone is after these days, the 3-5-2. Now, the 3-5-2 craze started about a month and a half ago, and I want to give full credit to Damie for these tactics. He's the one that started it. He's the one that championed it, and I have copied him for this most of the time. I've changed a few instructions for the way I play. As someone that doesn't use the 3-back that much, I can't take full credit for this. The main reason I'm doing this one is because everyone has been asking me for it. And I thought, you know what? I'll pass it on and let you judge. The 3-5-2 goes something like this. Balanced defensive style, 46 width, 62 depth, balanced build up, direct passing again, 54 width, 6 players in the box, 2 corners, 2 free kicks. Now, I'd love to sit here and act like some sort of guru, like I'm the second coming of Pep Guardiola, and I can tell you how to play this formation. Truth be told, I know what you need to do with it, but I don't know the formation too much in knowledge. So all I'll do is pass that on to you and then go on to the instructions. Now we're here, onto the instructions. These are where I've had a little bit of a tinker myself, had a little bit of a play, but not too much. So the centre-backs are all on stay back whilst attacking, to the surprise of absolutely nobody. And then the CDMs, stay back whilst attacking, and cover wing. The reason behind cover wing, I'm guessing, is because that is the most exposed area of the pitch. Obviously, if Sancho or Nuno go, you're going to have to cover them. You're going to have to go in behind and cover the spaces there. So I'd imagine that is why cover wing is there. Also, the reason for stay back whilst attacking is you have a cam this time, so the cam is going to support it massively, and the cam is on stay forward. The main reason for this will be that triangle up front, and obviously when you're building up in attack, the cam will get into the box and create that extra body in the box, and guess what? You're going to have an extra pass open, which is the whole aim of FIFA right now. On the right wing back and the left wing back, the only instruction is come back on defense. They are basically going to tuck into a back 5 when defending, and then obviously you can manually trigger them going forward. And then on the strikers, there is no instructions as well. The main way of playing the 3-5-2 is obviously going out wide and then creating an overload when you come back inside. You'll see a lot of goals like that, where it starts with the right wing back, you pull it into the centre mid or the cam, there's a few passes across the box, options everywhere, and you can create chances for fun. Formation number 3 on the list is the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. The main aim when using the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow is to keep rotating between your centre mids to create space. You're going to have a massive overload in the middle of the pitch, so you want to be using a lot of driven pass between each player into the striker to manage to create the space and then work them overloads when you get into the box. So let's get into the tactic. It is a 4-1-2-1-2, balanced. The width is at 38 in defence. Basically, everyone's going to narrow up. You're going to make it very hard for people to play through you. They're going to have to go around you if they want to score any goals. The depth is at 58. We know now why we're playing high depth. I've explained it a few times. Build-up is balanced and direct passing. You can probably see the pros have the most trust in all them 3. You see balance, and direct passing everywhere you go. Now, the interesting part is that the width is at 35 in attack. Reason being, you're not looking for too much width. You want your centre mids on top of your strikers and create an overload in the box. So if you do have a right back, you want him to bring it inside, and as I say, you work it round pretty well, and then obviously create the chances in the middle. The players in the box is 4 again, same as what I use in the 4-2-2, and then the same for the corners and the free kicks. And then a quick browse over the instructions. We have stay back whilst attacking and stay back whilst attacking. However, one massive tip for this is that if you are struggling to attack, it is worth putting one of the fullbacks on balance. Now, the reason for this is it can create an overload on one side of the pitch, and it's something that has won pros many tournaments. Onto the Sudum, also known as the CDM. It is stay back whilst attacking, cover centre. You then have the right CDM on get forward and cover wing. This man, you want to be able to finesse. Now, Ronaldo is one of my best finessers on the team, which is why he's there. But if you have a left-footed finesser, aka Messi, Paqueta, Fekir, players like that, they would be perfect in the right centre mid role. And then the left centre mid, your less attacking one, is on balance, cover wing. The cam is on basic everything, no instruction on the cam. And then only come back on defence in the 4-1-2-1-2 on the strikers. I think that's mainly just to give the centre mids more support, give them a little bit of help there. But again, feel free to experiment with that and put them on basic if you don't want to have them on comeback. If you think it's too ratty, if you think it's too part of the bus, then just move them forward onto balanced. It's the best way of doing it. And then the final formation is the constant pressure tactic. Now, I might release a tutorial about this, basically explaining how you need to press and what you need to do to get the ball back. But for now, we're going to go for the 4-2-2-2. It's a constant press, width on 50, depth 75. Fast build-up, direct passing. So there's two main changes there. We're now in a rush to get to the goal. So fast build-up goes on. We need to get there as soon as possible. 50 width, 8 players in the box, 4 corners, 4 free kicks. As you can see, we're just throwing the kitchen sink here at this point. Then on instructions, a few things change. We have join the attack on both fullbacks. We then have balanced on both centre midfielders because they're now going to have to get in the box. We can't be as patient with our attacks, so we're going to have to go quickly. And then the lamb and the ram, stay forward, get in the box for cross. The reason for stay forward is you want them pressing the fullbacks so they can't just waste time. And then again, nothing on the strikers, just stay forward now because these 4 are going to have to just play on the defence's toes, try and win the ball back for you at all costs. And there we have it, 4 different tactics for you guys to use. I'm sure one of them will suit you for the team of the season period. And make sure you experiment with yourself, change a few things where you see fit, and you'll find the perfect custom tactics. I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to sub. There's going to be more stuff coming to the channel. I am here to help during this TOTS period, and I will see you all on the next video.